There are certain truths about attraction that most people rarely speak about openly, not because they are difficult to understand, but because once you genuinely understand them, you stop seeking constant validation, you stop feeling uncertain, and you begin viewing relationships from an entirely new perspective. Many men grow up believing that always being available is the secret to winning a woman's heart. Reply immediately, always stay close, and make her the center of your entire world. It sounds romantic, yet reality often unfolds in a very different way. When someone becomes your whole universe, you gradually lose the sense of mystery that made you fascinating in the first place. Attraction needs space to exist. It thrives when two people each have their own dreams, passions, goals, and purpose. A man who is focused on his own direction naturally appears more attractive because his happiness isn't completely dependent on someone else. This doesn't mean becoming cold or playing psychological games. It simply means remembering that your own life deserves attention too. Your ambitions matter. Your personal growth matters. And when your life carries meaning beyond the relationship, your presence becomes even more valuable. Another reality that many men fail to understand is what happens when difficulties arise. Sometimes disagreements happen. Sometimes emotions become intense. Sometimes a woman may appear distant or hard to understand. Most men instantly begin to panic. They overanalyze everything. They search for reassurance. They become desperate to solve every problem immediately. But challenges reveal true character. Anyone can seem confident when everything is going perfectly. The real question is who you become when life becomes uncomfortable. A man who remains calm during difficult situations communicates something incredibly powerful without needing to say a single word. He doesn't lose his composure. He doesn't beg for validation. He doesn't react emotionally to every obstacle. He stays centered. And emotional stability builds trust, because deep down, people are naturally drawn toward those who bring peace instead of creating chaos. There is another lesson that many men learn far too late. Agreeing with everything doesn't create attraction. In many cases, constantly sacrificing your own opinions and values produces the exact opposite result. Kindness matters, respect matters, but boundaries matter just as much. A man who can respectfully say no demonstrates genuine self-respect. He shows that he lives by principles and isn't controlled by the fear of rejection or the desire to satisfy everyone around him. People naturally admire those who respect themselves. Without healthy boundaries, resentment slowly begins replacing admiration. And once admiration disappears, relationships often struggle to last. Perhaps the greatest misconception about attraction is the belief that it starts and ends with physical appearance. Good looks may capture attention, success may impress people, but neither one alone creates lasting emotional connection. What people truly remember are emotions. They remember how someone made them feel during difficult moments. They remember the laughter they shared. They remember feeling understood. They remember feeling safe, appreciated, and excited. Years later, many small details fade away, but emotions remain. That is exactly why confidence is so important. Not the loud confidence that constantly demands attention, but the quiet confidence that comes from truly knowing who you are, the kind of confidence that has nothing to prove. And there is one final truth that many relationships quietly reveal. The effort doesn't end once someone chooses you. Too many people become comfortable. They stop growing. They stop improving themselves. They stop bringing fresh energy into the relationship. Little by little, the excitement begins to fade. Not because love suddenly disappeared, but because personal growth came to a stop. Strong relationships are built by people who continue evolving, by people who keep challenging themselves, by people who never stop becoming a better version of who they were yesterday. Because attraction isn't something you earn one time. It's something that continues to grow when two people keep bringing purpose, curiosity, and positive energy into each other's lives. And maybe that's the truth that hardly anyone tells you. You don't become attractive by desperately trying to hold on to another person. You become attractive by creating a life that is so meaningful, so balanced, and so fulfilling that your value speaks for itself. Because real confidence doesn't chase anyone. It simply exists. Disclaimer: this content is original, transformative, and created for educational and entertainment purposes. The ideas presented here reflect general perspectives and should not be viewed as applying to every individual or every relationship. And if you enjoyed,